Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're rewinding the clock to a tournament that defined an era and cemented a legend, the 1986 FIFA World Cup in Mexico. It was a festival of football filled with drama, controversy, and moments of pure, unadulterated genius. So grab your popcorn and let's dive into the story of Mexico '86. Originally, Colombia was slated to host the 1986 tournament. However, due to economic concerns, they had to withdraw in 1982. FIFA then reopened the bidding process, and Mexico, having successfully hosted the legendary 1970 World Cup, stepped up. This made Mexico the first nation ever to host the World Cup twice, a monumental achievement, especially considering the country had just been hit by a devastating earthquake in September 1985. The nation's resilience was truly on display as they prepared to welcome the world. The qualification process saw 121 teams vying for just 24 spots. There were plenty of surprises. For the first time, Canada, Denmark, and Iraq all made their World Cup debuts. Denmark, with their dynamic attacking style, were quickly labeled the Danish Dynamite and became everyone's dark horse. Meanwhile, football powerhouses like the Netherlands, despite a squad featuring stars like Ruud Gullit and Marco van Basten, failed to qualify, losing a dramatic playoff to neighbors Belgium. The tournament kicked off on May 31, 1986. The 24 teams were divided into 6 groups of 4. Let's take a quick look at how the group stage unfolded. In Group A, reigning world champions Italy were held to a 1-1 draw by Bulgaria in their opening match. But the real story was the emergence of Argentina, led by the incomparable Diego Maradona. They topped the group, with Maradona scoring a brilliant goal against Italy to secure a crucial draw. Both Argentina and Italy advanced. Group B was all about the hosts, Mexico. Led by the legendary striker Hugo Sanchez, El Tri topped their group, undefeated, much to the delight of the passionate home crowds. Their 1-0 victory over a strong Belgium side was a particular highlight. Paraguay joined them in the next round. Group C saw a powerful Soviet Union team, inspired by the great Oleg Blokhin, top the group on goal difference. They played some fantastic football, including a 6-0 demolition of Hungary. Alongside them, the reigning European champions, France, led by the magical Michel Platini, also comfortably progressed. Group D was the stage for one of the tournament's most exciting teams, Brazil. With legends like Zico and Socrates, they played their classic fluid Joga Bonito style, winning all 3 of their group games without conceding a single goal. Spain also advanced, recovering from an opening loss to Brazil. Group E was dubbed the Group of Death, and it lived up to its name. The debutantes, Danish Dynamite, stunned everyone. They played fearless, attacking football, defeating Scotland, Uruguay, and even a strong West Germany side to win the group with a perfect record. West Germany, the runners-up from 1982, squeezed through in second place. Finally, Group F was a tight affair. Morocco made history by becoming the first African nation ever to win a World Cup group, holding both Poland and England to goalless draws before beating Portugal 3-1. England, after a slow start that included a loss to Portugal, scraped through to the next round thanks to a brilliant hat trick from Gary Lineker against Poland. Lineker would go on to win the Golden Boot as the tournament's top scorer with 6 goals. So the stage was set for the knockout rounds, and the drama was just beginning. In the round of 16, we saw some incredible matchups. Mexico delighted the home fans by beating Bulgaria 2-0, featuring a spectacular scissor kick goal from Manuel Negrete that's still considered one of the greatest World Cup goals of all time. Belgium edged the Soviet Union in a 4-3 thriller after extra time, while Brazil cruised past Poland with a 4-0 victory. Spain, however, produced one of the biggest shocks, thrashing the much-fancied Danish Dynamite 5-1, with Emilio Butragueño scoring 4 goals. The quarterfinals delivered 4 classic encounters, 2 of which were decided by the lottery of penalty shootouts. Brazil faced France in a clash of titans in Guadalajara. It was a breathtaking game. Brazil's Careca scored first, before Platini equalized for France. Brazil's Zico then had a penalty saved in normal time. The match went to a shootout, where Socrates and Platini both missed, but France ultimately triumphed. It was a heart-wrenching exit for a brilliant Brazilian side. Elsewhere, West Germany and Mexico also went to penalties after a tense 0-0 draw, with the Germans holding their nerve to advance. In the third quarterfinal, Belgium surprised Spain, winning another penalty shootout to continue their unexpected run. But the most famous, or infamous, quarterfinal was Argentina versus England. This match, played in Mexico City's Estadio Azteca, produced two of the most talked-about goals in football history, both from Diego Maradona. The first came 6 minutes into the second half. As the ball looped up in the English penalty area, the 5'5" Maradona jumped with the much taller goalkeeper, Peter Shilton, and punched the ball into the net. The referee didn't see it, and the goal stood. Maradona later cheekily described it as being scored a little with the head of Maradona and a little with the hand of God. Just 4 minutes later, Maradona scored what many believe to be the greatest goal of all time. Receiving the ball in his own half, he embarked on a mesmerizing 60-yard run, weaving past 5 English players before rounding the keeper and slotting the ball home. It was a moment of sheer, breathtaking genius. Argentina won 2-1, and those 2 goals perfectly encapsulated the 2 sides of Maradona, the controversial rogue and the sublime artist. The semifinals saw 2 European South American showdowns. West Germany faced France in a repeat of the 1982 semifinal. The Germans were clinical, winning 2-0 thanks to goals from Andreas Brehme and Rudi Völler, ending the dream for Platini's talented French side. In the other semifinal, Argentina faced the tournament's surprise package, Belgium. But once again, the stage belonged to Diego Maradona. He was simply unstoppable, scoring 2 magnificent second-half goals to secure a 2-0 victory for Argentina and book their place in the World Cup final. His second goal, another incredible solo run, was almost as good as his famous one against England. And so, on June 29, 1986, in front of 114,600 fans at the Estadio Azteca, Argentina faced West Germany in the final. It was a classic battle. Argentina raced to a 2-0 lead with goals from José Luis Brown and Jorge Valdano and looked to be cruising to victory. But you can never, ever write off the Germans. With less than 20 minutes to go, they mounted a stunning comeback. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge scored in the 74th minute, and Rudi Völler headed in an equalizer in the 81st. The momentum was completely with West Germany, but this was Maradona's tournament. With the game poised at 2-2 and just 7 minutes remaining, he produced one last moment of magic. Drawing 3 German defenders towards him, he threaded an inch-perfect through ball for Jorge Burruchaga. Burruchaga ran clear and coolly slotted the ball past the keeper, Harald Schumacher, to make it 3-2. That was it. The final whistle blew. Argentina were world champions for the second time, and Diego Maradona, with 5 goals and 5 assists, had almost single-handedly dragged his team to glory. He was rightly awarded the Golden Ball for the tournament's best player. His performance in Mexico is widely regarded as the greatest individual campaign in World Cup history. The 1986 World Cup was more than just a tournament. It was a cultural phenomenon. It gave us the Mexican wave. It gave us unforgettable goals, and it gave us the coronation of a king, Diego Armando Maradona. It was a tournament of passion, drama, and sublime skill that will forever be remembered in the annals of football history. What are your favorite memories of Mexico '86? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.